All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Office of the Day with Mark Anthony. Today, we do have a very special guest. His name is Marco Alcala, and he is a well-known, respected expert in IT and cybersecurity for small to mid-sized companies. He is the president of Alcala Consulting, based in Pasadena, California, and has been serving small to mid-sized businesses for over 23 years. Marco is the author of the book, The IT Factor, a revealing and educational guide to help business owners and executives choose an honest and competent computer consultant and avoiding hiring someone who will just overcharge you and possibly make things worse. He is on my show today because he's a computer genius and I trust him implicitly. Cybercrime is at an all-time high, and every business owner needs to find a competent IT team to protect their business. I wanted to bring someone to my audience who can advise us on how you find that trusted IT advisor, a truly reliable and credible person who can not only protect you from the damages of cybercrime, but also help you to be far more strategic about IT to reap benefits of increased productivity, better communication, lowered cost, and of course, greater peace of mind. Marco, thank you very much and welcome to Office of the Day.
Thank you, Mark Anthony. It is a pleasure to be here.
Okay, Marco, can you please give us a quick overview of who you are and what you do?
As you mentioned, my company is Alcala Consulting. We are the outsourced IT department to small and mid-sized companies in the Los Angeles area. And we've been in business for 23 years, and we've worked with over 300 companies. We have two types of clients that we excel in working with. The first is a small business owner whose company has reached a maturity level where they need a professional, dedicated IT function in their business. But they aren't large enough to need a full-time IT staff. Therefore, we become their IT department. The second type of client that we work with is the IT director or CIO of a larger organization that has specific project needs that they need assistance with, such as cybersecurity, backup and disaster recovery, or hybrid cloud.
Okay, so tell me how you got into this business exactly.
After graduating from college in 1997 with a degree in computer science, I decided to go into business for myself, doing what I love to do. So I hit the streets of Pasadena, knocking on doors, looking for business. This went on for a couple of months until I got a call from a company that needed help implementing an accounting application that I had deployed for my previous employer while attending college. That's how my business got started.
Wow, that's also very inspiring. Is it safe to say that you were knocking all day?
You know what? I was knocking on doors at 8 o'clock in the morning, walking up and down Colorado Boulevard. And I would do this all day until about 5:30 p.m. when, the doors were closed already. And this went on for months. I mean, I did this, I started doing this in July.
Right.
And I did this for a couple of months, and it just got hotter and hotter every day. I remember I was wearing a suit. Oh my God, I was sweating, walking up and down Colorado Boulevard all day, knocking on doors. It's just, amazing that one day I got a call from this company that needed help with that accounting system, and that's how I got my first client.
That's amazing. And for all you listeners out who have tuned in today, thank you very much. And this is the kind of resilience and perseverance that you need to show if you're looking to expand. Okay, so Marco, what type of clients do you work best with currently?
That is a good question because we're not a right fit for everyone. So the best clients are the ones that have at least 30 computers, are cybersecurity conscious, and want proactive technology management. There are actually two types of clients we work best with. the first type of client that we work best with, and that makes up the majority of our client base, is a successful established business that has been around for several years, has somewhere between 30 to 150 employees, has one or more locations, and is continuing to grow every year.
Okay.
IT is essential to their business and serving their clients, and they cannot tolerate email or phone outages, and they need their systems up and running, working like clockwork, so that they can focus on running the business without interruptions. They also feel that data privacy and protection is critical because they don't want the embarrassment or liability and revenue loss that comes with a ransomware attack or even a rogue employee. And they don't want to lose any data. Further, they are smart enough to see technology as a productivity tool, not an expense. And that is a key point, Mark Anthony. There are some companies out there that just want cheap IT support that cling to outdated systems and software.
Right.
Way too long, because they aren't successful and they are pinching every penny because they are not profitable. We simply don't work with those people because we cannot help them. Our clients have reached a maturity in their business where they need a professional level IT services, and they aren't big enough as a company to warrant hiring a full-time IT staff. These clients aren't looking for the cheapest IT service, but the most competent provider they can trust. And that's where we shine and deliver our best work. The second type of client is the IT manager of a larger enterprise company that needs help with cybersecurity, backup and disaster recovery, or their hybrid cloud. We become an extension of their IT department for this type of client.
I just have to know, what makes you so special, Marco? So unique, so valuable that business owners continue to use your service over and over again, and also refer their friends and colleagues, and on top of that, remain clients for years to come.
It is because of what my clients tell me. For example, clients say that they can sleep better at night because we manage their systems. They say that our technicians are very helpful, courteous, and knowledgeable. The one reason clients like doing business with us is something that I believe shouldn't be unique or rare, but unfortunately it is. And that is because we actually deliver on our promises. In my opinion, every company should do that. However, there are a lot of IT guys out there that they say that they are proactive and will charge you for quote-unquote responsive IT services. But try to get them on the phone or ask them to validate that they're actually backing up your systems or monitoring your network proactively. They can't. In some cases, you never see them. That's because a lot of IT companies are small shops that are outsourcing their IT support of their clients' networks to a third-party company, and if they aren't doing that, they may be so short-staffed that they aren't truly conducting all the checks they should, or doing all the maintenance that they say they are doing, and you're paying for. And they can't get away with this poor service because clients aren't technical enough and have no way of knowing for sure until something bad happens, like a massive ransomware attack or data loss or extended downtime. Since we serve successful, growth-oriented businesses, we know they cannot be down with email, internet, or without their systems for any period of time. Even an hour of downtime can be highly disruptive. It's frustrating to the owner, the employees, their clients, because often a down IT system prevents the businesses from serving their clients, processing orders, fulfilling services, etc. So our average response time to a ticket or problem is only 35 minutes.
Okay.
And on average, our clients' downtime is reduced to less than 1% when they become a client of ours.
Okay, sidebar before I go into my next topic. You say that you are able to deliver on your promises, and you actually deliver. For some specifically, the promises that you deliver, is that in writing?
It is. We prepare a statement of work for our clients that delineates exactly what the deliverables are going to be on that statement of work. And our employees are trained to know exactly what they have to deliver for each client.
Very good, very good. These listeners that are tuning in need to know this. So thank you guys as well for tuning in. So what do you do differently to ensure the quality of service is delivered on a consistent basis and make sure clients are actually getting what they need and for what they're paying for?
Well, Mark Anthony, what we do is we develop standard operating procedures that our technicians must follow to deliver consistent results to our clients. For example, processes like employee onboarding, employee offboarding get documented in an SOP. In addition, our service desk manager audits the service request to confirm that a solution was delivered to our client and that the SOP was followed.
And for the listeners that don't know what SOP is, can you, what is that?
That's the standard, a standard operating procedure.
Okay, thank you.
So what makes our process and approach unique and allows us to really deliver the quality of support our clients, our quality of support for our clients are three things. We deliver on our promises, we coach our employees to succeed,
Okay.
and we use standard operating procedures. And again, it is not revolutionary, as I said before, but most IT firms simply don't do these things for the clients. And even though they say they are, as I said earlier, the reason clients stay clients for years and refer others to us is that we make all this pain, aggravation, and cost go away for broken IT. We actually deliver what we say we are going to deliver. And while this sounds very simple, like a very simple concept, the reality is that dozens of so-called IT pros who will sell you a managed services agreement and say that they're backing you up, protecting your network, maintaining it, but they really aren't. And some of them are even outsourcing all of the support to a third-party company, which is a high or a huge security risk. So really, this is why we have over 100 client companies like Fiedler Group, Guru Wireless, and Gava Guarini Law Corporation, and why we grow every year.
And Gava Guarini Law Corporation, it looks like you might be looking to penetrate more of the collections agencies. Is that safe to say? From the research I've done on you, Marco. Thank you for your time today, too.
It is. We work very well with collections agencies. We understand their business well. We understand their compliance requirements, their cybersecurity requirements, and we really enjoy working with that type of client.
And for all of the listeners that don't know why I asked, and to you, Marco, if you don't know why I asked this specifically too, because specifically for collections agencies, they have a lot more data per se in a retrospect that you need to make sure is protected, correct?
They do have a lot of protected or personal identifiable information that needs to be protected. They deal with financial services clients that are very sensitive about cybersecurity. And we have to set up their systems in such a way that their information is protected at all times, because it is a huge liability for them if there is a data breach.
Excellent. Thank you, Marco. Thank you so much. It would seem to me, Marco, that most business owners largely don't know what to look for when outsourcing their IT support. I know I certainly don't. I think computer guys are the modern day auto mechanics. There's a lot of opportunity for them to rip you off, overcharge you for shoddy work, simply because the business owner doesn't know how to determine if someone is doing a good job or not.
That's exactly right, Mark Anthony, and it is one of our biggest sources of pain. Because once a business owner has been burnt by a less than competent IT firm, they're hugely skeptical of everyone else. And I can't say that I blame them.
Right.
That makes everyone in our industry look bad. In fact, it is so common that I finally got fed up with business owners getting ripped off by less than ethical and incompetent IT guys that I created a free report on what every business owner must know about choosing an honest, competent, responsive, and fairly priced IT consultant. In that report, we give business executives 21 questions they should ask any IT consultant before giving them access to the network, much less signing a contract.
Okay, and just to mention, not only are you able to provide a premium service, but you're as well able to educate your potential clients, even if they're not clients, on how to go look for the next guy, even if it's not Alcala Consulting, correct?
That is correct.
For sure. Thank you so much for that excellent knowledge. I completely agree with you, by the way. Can you give us 3 topics on what they should be looking for or asking before letting someone into their network?
There are several things, and again, I would encourage everyone to get the report I just mentioned. But let me cover 3 really important things every business owner should ask an IT services firm before they sign a contract and turn the keys over to the kingdom. The first one is, do they give you a monthly report, executive summary report? Do they give you a monthly executive summary report showing what they did for you the previous month? The second one is, have it demonstrated to you that they can restore your data? And finally, the third is, do they consistently and proactively find things to improve the performance of your network?
Thank you, Marco. That's great information. I know we're running out of time, so briefly, what should those listening do now to get more information about you or on this topic specifically?
If someone is dealing with issues right now and needs our help, they can call our office at 626-449-5549. Again, it is 626-449-5549. But if they just want more information, the easiest thing to do is go to our website, which is www.alcalaconsulting.com. That is www.alcalaconsulting.com. When you're on there, you can request a copy of my book, The IT Factor, and learn several other tips and strategies for eliminating IT problems, lowering costs, and hiring the right IT company. Read our testimonials and find out more about the services we offer.
Absolutely fantastic. And this has been a great interview. Thank you so much for tuning in with Office of the Day, Mark Anthony. Thank you for donating your time, Marco. Office of the Day with Marco Alcala. And is there any final words that you would like to leave us off with?
Mark Anthony, you're welcome. It was my pleasure.
All right. And be sure to tune in, you guys. And this is not only our first episode, we will have more episodes to come to continue to educate on IT cybersecurity specifically and why it is so significant for you to have it. You have tuned in with Office of the Day with Marco Alcala, the big fish.